Dirk, congratulations on the win today. Hard-fought victory. What do you make of your performance out there?
No, it's not my best performance, but sometimes the result counts.
The mental resolve to get yourself back in that game, obviously match darts that Chris Dobey had. How proud are you of that mental attitude you showed?
Well, before he got these match darts, my mental attitude was bad. Otherwise, I would have just made it 10-7, I think, or 10-8. Because that leg that I was starting for the win, I hit one treble, and I think he hits an 18 or 21 dart, but I was nowhere near either. So that was just annoying, and I was nowhere there mental-wise. I didn't believe in it anymore, but then he missed a dart, or he... I was just like, I won't miss anymore. Just don't give me chances, because I felt like he was the better player at the end. I felt like I was a better player through the game, but I didn't finish it off. And then we go into tie break, and he missed it. And I was like, okay, don't give me the chance, because I won't miss. And that's at the end what I did. And it's not being tough, not at all, because I wasn't so tough when I was 9-7 up. But in the end, I won, and I'm just happy with that.
You said you didn't believe. There was a point in the game where you didn't believe you could win.
Yeah, because I didn't hit a treble. Yeah. I mean, at some point I'm a realistic guy. I wasn't playing good. So let's say I felt like I was a better player until 9-7. And after that, well, I won't name the words, but I was not good. And so crowd got on it. You saw Chris being enthusiastic, and I was not enthusiastic at all. Didn't believe in it, and then I think I hit a 140 or 180, and I was like, okay, it's still there, and if he misses, I'll take it, and he missed, and I took it, and yeah.
Dirk, we've seen you beat the very best players in the world at your very best. How close are you to getting back to that version of yourself?
It's a very hard question, because I feel I'm better in practice, but my darts don't land in the board how they land in practice. So it's very hard. Feel like I'm capable to do at least the same level. I'm not saying the same results, but the same level as what I used to be. And I think I'm better at the moment than I was. But the only thing is, I'm struggling with the way my darts land in the board. Because I'm a very good 180 hitter, but I'm not a very good aimer. So if my first dart is good, I can easily hit 140, 180. But if my first dart is in and it drops, or I can't go around, or then it becomes aiming again for second dart, third dart. And normally it's just aim first dart and then bang bang. But I can't find a way to do that, and I tried a lot of things, and I think my setup now is the best setup I've ever had since this year. And I feel like I can play decent games again, but I don't feel I can hit my peaks like I used to.
As a player, how frustrating is that? Like you say, you're practicing better than ever. How frustrating is it that you can't take that game onto the big stage?
It was being very frustrating, but at some point you have to accept it and deal with the situation. I mean, I've been in the victim role too long this year, from whatever you're saying, and like last week I spoke with Mike. We had dinner. We both won on the Euro Tour, and we had a conversation about this. Like sometimes you go in the victim role and you have to go for the moment, and at the end it doesn't really matter, because if you are bothered with something and your opponent isn't, still there's always a winner. That's darts. I mean, there's no draws. It's like, if you don't like it, someone else likes it and he wins. So get your head together, and I think I found that thing in my head at the right time, but still I didn't play my best performance. But at the end I won, so I'm still happy with that then.
Congratulations on the victory. You beat Chris Dobey in Leverkusen. Psychologically, when you beat somebody so close to a big event like this, can it have an impact on either you or them?
Yeah, of course. Because the draw came out at Thursday.
Yeah.
So it's a funny story. So my manager said, "You're playing Dobey," but I was like, "Yeah, on Saturday." So when he said, "You're playing Dobey," I was like, "Did my opponent pull out then?" He didn't. So he was talking about the match play, but I was there in Leverkusen and he was like, "You're playing Dobey." I thought I'm playing on Saturday, so I was like, "Oh, easy." I skipped the first round. I didn't. It was about the match play. And then I was like, okay, so that Saturday game is worth double, in my opinion.
Do you think after that win that it might have been in his head that you've got one over on him then, that he might be thinking about that in a few days' time?
That can go both ways. I mean, that can also be like that he thinks like playing him next week, put some extra top on my practice thing. But for me, it did make me more confident for this game. But in the end, it didn't really matter because I think I ruined it in the end. I won the end, at the very end, but I ruined it in the end for not making it a win before the tiebreak.
How big of an opportunity could this year be for you? Because you're in the match play still, you wasn't here 2 years ago, you wasn't in the Grand Prix 2 years ago, and you are going to be in Leicester this year. So how big can this year be for you, particularly in the rankings?
Well, it depends, because I'm also defending a semi-final, quarter-final on the Europeans, and play championship finals. I'm not very certain for the Europeans yet. Last week was good to get at least in it. But I always knew, like, okay, I did a good results 2 years ago. I didn't qualify for the two, but the two I qualified for, I did well with the quarter and the semis. But I also saw, like, if I want to defend it, if I qualify for all of them, it's already defended almost.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If you do well in one of the two events before the other events come, could be big. But at this point, I'm not qualified for all of them, so...
Thank you, Dirk. Well played today and good luck next week.
Congratulations. How difficult is it out there to re-energise yourself and obviously dig deep to get yourself over the line?
Well, very hard, but in the end you have to do it yourself.
Is that a big thing that you just thought, compose yourself and keep going?
Well, there were points that I thought like, it's not going to happen. But then sometimes just one trouble in the middle of the trouble can just change your mindset. Then like think, okay, hey, we're still here. Like, I can hit 140s all the time. I know this from practice. But if you're not doing it, then you feel a bit negative. But that's some point it happens, then you feel like, hey, if it happens, then it goes.
And just you're back here in Blackpool. Just what do you make of the venue and the competition as a whole?
Oh well, it's not my favourite.
No worries.
But it's a big one. This is the second biggest one, but I mean, yeah, I like almost every other thing over this, but the venue is big, and I mean the seating is good and the crowd is very good, but it's not my favourite tournament.
What just makes others stand out to this one? What makes others above this one for you?
Well, at least I just don't know. I mean, it's I can tell, but I can't tell. I want a question from you.
Basically, pretty much that's going to be already said, but you talked about the victim role earlier. How much does coming through a game like this sort of change that mentality for you, or help change that mentality for you?
At some point you feel like that, but it's not something that I'm generally in. But just gonna say, like, I had some guests in because I feel like everyone is against me here because I'm playing an English guy. I'm playing someone from my management, so no one from my management is neutral then. I got some guests in and they pulled out this morning, and then you feel like, okay, I had a big shot. I'm happy, and I feel like, okay, there's no one happy either. So then at some point that changed in my mind a bit, like no one wants me to win, and then you feel like a bit in the victim role, which you shouldn't do, but I did. And then I got out of it, and then at the end you win. Best questions at the end.